Hello and welcome. My name is Joe and welcome to my web series, Let's Draw Stuff. Today we're going to be going over the basic user interface of Photoshop and how it applies to digital painting and illustrating. I am currently using Adobe Photoshop CS3. There are newer versions out there, but they are rather expensive, so you kind of have to commit if you're not working for like a professional design company or something. I decided to start this video off with just the basic tools so that we can go over them real quick for anybody who is new to the program and is intimidated by this layout. We will start over here on the left hand side where most of the tools are we will be using. First we have the rectangle tool. It is used for highlighting and selecting. Let me bring up a new file so that I can demonstrate things for you. Okay, this is our canvas. This is the square marquee tool. See, it just brings up squares or it brings up rectangles. Fairly simple. You can also switch it to bring up circles. If you hold down on the shift key, it will make a perfect circle. If you hit the alt key, it'll kind of do it from like a radius. Next we have the move key. If we were to use the marquee tool and bring something up like that, we could use the move tool to move things around. See? It just changes it. And next we have the lasso tool. There's different types of lasso tool. A lot of people use the polygonal lasso tool because, well, look at it. It's pretty obvious. Pretty neat. Let's say we were to fill that with the foreground color. There's some blue there now. Now, our next tool is the magic wand tool, and it is not used for warding off evil wizards that invade your school. You use it, you click on either the color, and it highlights the color, or you click on the transparency, and it clicks on that. It's a fairly good tool to have. I enjoy it a lot. Cropping, if we wanted to, it's similar to using the marquee tool, but I could hit enter, and boom, it's cropped everything out. Control Z will undo that. The slicer tool I don't use. The healing brush I've never really used, but you kind of just use it and it's supposed to help. I don't really know a lot about it. We will go over it more in the series ahead. Next we have our brush tool. Probably one of the more versatile things we'll use. Between the brushes, the different modes, opacity and flow. We will go over those in other videos. There's just so much to cover. But we can just click on a brush and boom, we just brushed it up. Then you have your clone stamp, which, oh yeah, you gotta hold Alt. See? And it's just kind of copying that same area, and yeah. We'll go over it later. I don't really use the history brush tool really too much. Eraser, that's fairly simple, right? This is a very technical process, trust me here. See, but we just left click and erase, and boom, it's erasing. Control A to highlight. We're just going to delete that, hit the delete key, and then we'll go to the next button, which is the paint button. Which, G, we'll do that, bring up the paint. And let's say we wanted to put up another circle and use a different color for it, and fill. Now we got a purple there. Control D to deselect. And then we got our blur. We can just kind of, the more we click and drag, the more it blurs. It's just getting blurry. And you kind of see the difference. It's for kind of a hard edge over here and a blurry edge over here. Okay, and the more you do it, the more it blurs. Sharpening we won't use, but smudge, it basically just pulls it out and smudges it. Used for a lot of different things for blending and whatnot. Anyways, then you have your dodge tool. Dodge, let's highlight, it makes things lighter, and the more you do it, the lighter it gets. Burn tool does the exact opposite. It will make things darker. It will not affect, however, a pure color like red. Let me just brush that in. That's a pure color of red. If I were to go to the burn tool, see, I am just going back and forth and it does nothing. It just does not affect pure colors, and it will not affect white or black. Anything in between is good. Next we have the ink pen tool, which these are lines or paths. If we did that around an image and then stroked path with the brush tool, it strokes it, but it was so big that, here, let me readjust that so you can get a better understanding. No. Alright. Stroke path. See? It strokes the path, then you delete the path, and then you're just stuck with that perfect triangle. Next is the, words and fonts and whatnot. Change the color so you can see it. I like cheese. And boom, you got something that says I like cheese. And then we just move it around. I like cheese. It's delicious. And there's other things you can do with that. Arrow keys for path selecting. You got your shape tool. Make a shape. And then you could do different things with it. We'll get into it later. Let's say we had an area where we wanted to pick up a specific color that wasn't on our color swatch. We would just go over top of it, click, and boom, now we have that color. We lay that color down. Oh, we're on the wrong layer. Lay that color down and bring, and then lay that color down. See? Very easy. And if we were zoomed in, we'd hold down on the space bar and use the hand tool to move us back and forth. And then we go on to the zoom. Left click to zoom. Double click to go to 100%. Or you can just go to actual pixels. Hold down the Alt key to zoom out. Down below that we have our foreground and background colors, which you've seen me playing with. This sets it to default, which is black and white. Double click on the foreground, brings up the color picker. You can change different colors as well as it gives you your previous color. But now we have a new color. See? And then we have your background, which you can switch between these with X. And, it helps. Below that is the quick mask mode. If I were to bring up another layer and throw down some black, it would come out pink. And then we deselect. Anyways, Control A, delete. It's complicated, we'll go over it later. On the right hand side we have our navigator, which you've seen me playing with. You can manually zoom in with that little thing and pan it around. Or you can even change it, hit enter. Or boom, now it's at 100%. Below that we have our swatches with different colors, and then you have a color picker over here, which I don't really use because I prefer this. Below that you have your layers. Different layers will allow you to do different things. We will go over that later on in the series, as well as some of the stuff that's over here, and a lot of the stuff that's up here. A lot of things that are up here will be covered in different episodes. A lot of the things in this area, each brush and tool that has its own different things that are up here. And that is it for now. If you liked this video or if you found it in any way educational, go ahead and like or subscribe, or feel free to leave a comment if you think us up or if you liked it. Alright, I'm out.